Hi, this is Destiny from Desphixs and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll start building an advanced multi-vendor e-commerce platform using Django. If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel because your support really means a lot to me. It's been a long time since we last built an e-commerce website which many of you loved, and based on your comments and reviews, I think it's high time we create something new, utilizing everything I've learned over the years. Whether you're looking to build an e-commerce store for a startup, school project, portfolio, a client, or you're simply seeking a detailed tutorial to upgrade your skills and potentially land a high-paying job, then this video is for you. I'll show you how to access the source code at the end of the video. Plus, there is a big announcement about a software tool that I am building to help us improve in programming and development in general, so stay tuned for that. I want you to know that this is an evolving project where we will build the perfect multi-vendor and single seller e-commerce platform that you won't find anywhere else. And I'll need your ideas, feedback, and contributions in the comment section as we continue the series. And also, I've compiled all the steps that will follow and all the features that we'll be integrating into a PDF document, which you can find linked in the description below. And if you'd rather skip ahead to the demo section, feel free to do so. Now let's talk about the core features we'll be implementing. We'll begin by building a fully functional authentication system, including registration, login, logout, captcha, validation, password reset, and all other authentication related processes. Afterward, we'll start structuring the app model for the store, the customer, the plugins, and also the vendors. And once those are set up, we'll dive into the fun parts, whereby we'll start creating views for products, vendors, categories, and item listing. And we'll also build an advanced filtering system that filters by category, sizes, colors, rating, prices, and product count also. Then we'll implement a real-time product search without page reload, adding to carts, real-time carts updates, and removing from carts, all this without page reload. Then we'll allow customers to select addresses, create orders, go through checkouts, apply coupons and discounts, and securely integrate payment systems using Stripe, PayPal, Paystack, Flutterwave, Razorpay, and some other payment methods. And also, payments will be validated in real time to prevent issues, and there will be in-app notifications and email system for orders and new sale confirmations. Now, after completing the store section, we'll move on to the customer section, which will include a dashboard, statistics, and analytics. It will also include a comprehensive order list with tracking and updates, and also wish lists, address management, in-app notification, profile settings, password changes, and every other feature. Next, we'll tackle the vendor dashboard, where we'll focus on statistics, order management, coupons, review replies, notifications, product settings, and product creation and updates. And also, the product section will be particularly interesting as we will integrate multiple product images and also real-time updates for variants, including nested variants, and all this without page reloads. For now, some features like the vendor payouts through various payments gateways are still in development, and I'll continue working on those features while releasing these tutorials for you guys. To make the platform complete, we also integrated the blog system for sharing articles with customers, as well as essential pages like About Us, Contact Us, Frequently Asked Questions, Privacy Policy, and also Terms and Condition. As I've mentioned at the start, this project will keep evolving till we have the perfect e-commerce, and your feedback will be very crucial for its success. Let's jump into the project demo, and afterward, I'll talk about the source code, project updates, upload schedule, and also the announcements regarding the software tool I am building that will help us get better at programming and development with practical and interactive tools. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Hi guys, and welcome back to the demo video where I will be showing you guys the end products of the e-commerce website using Django. So this is basically what we'll be building throughout this tutorial series, and I want you guys to have a full understanding of everything that's going to be going on, so you would be able to make a right decision for yourself to know if this is actually a course that you're willing to invest your time in, or if this is something you're willing to invest your resources on. Hopefully this will make a lot of sense by the time we are done with the demo. So let's get started. The very first thing that we can see over here is that we have this hero page that displays some text at the right and also some image over here at the left. Now, all these are fully customizable to whatever you want to put in here in regards to the text, the images, the buttons, the colors, and everything that you want. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, you can then see that we have the categories section limited to 6 categories, and you can also view other categories from over here. So you can see that we have electronics, gadgets, mobile, computers, cameras, and tablets. And clicking on one of this category over here, we'll go ahead. Okay, let's say we want to click on electronics. You click on this. Let me open it on a new tab so that we still have this page. If you come in here, you will see that we then correctly and efficiently list out all the categories or all the products that are in this category called electronics. And you can see that over here we have just 2 products. And we have also a quick search button over here, which is not our main search button. I will show you our main search feature when we start working with the shop page. Okay, just hold on. So you can also search. Let's say I want to search for JBL and hit this search over here. Then you can see that it will filter just by the JBL. So you can see that this reloads the page to filter, but don't worry, our main search feature doesn't have to reload the page. Everything works in real time. I will show you guys that later. Now I'm going to get back to the home page, and hopefully you now know how the category works. But if we scroll down, can you now see that we have popular products? Now these are all the products that are on our site, or rather the featured products. So I've added a feature that allows you to mark a product as featured for marketplace. So let's say there are some products that are performing well than others. You could go ahead and mark them as featured for marketplace, and they will be the one that will be displayed over here as popular products. But when you hop over to the shop, users will be able to see all the products that we have in the system. So you can see that we have this nice looking interface over here that you don't really need to do much work on to get it up and running, maybe for a client or for a school project or for whatever you want. Now we have the images showing up over here, pretty good. We also have the categories, we have the title, the rating. You can see this one has 1 star, this one I've got 4, 5, 3 stars. We also have the product, and we also have the add to cart. So right now a user can add to cart even if they are not authenticated, and we still add items to carts for them. So let's say I want to add the first item here, which is the Beats speaker. Add to carts. Can you see it shows adding to carts? Then the button changes to added to carts. And did you notice that pop up the alert that shows item added to carts? Let me add something else to carts so that you can see. So let's say I want to add this Logitech Mevo camera to carts. Did you see item added to carts? That's a very nice alert than the traditional alerts that we initially had. So for this tutorial, we actually use 3 types of alerts, and I use that purposely so that you guys can actually see how different type of alerts and things works. And not even only for alerts, for the tutorial in general, I actually used a lot of methods, a lot of ways to actually show you guys how different things work. Okay, now you can see that this also calculates how many items we have in our cart in real time. When you add another item to carts, take a close look. See, it changes to 3. So this calculates in real time. I'm going to add the MacBook also. There you go. See, 4 items now in the cart. So for the wish list, you will not be able to add item to the wish list because a user is not logged in. But if you want to do that now, you can click on this, and do you see? User is not logged in. So it shows user is not logged in, and yeah, that's it. But if a user is logged in, it adds to the wish list. Don't worry, I'll show you guys that later. So before we start working with the shop page, let me show you guys how the authentication works, starting with the sign up. So you click on the sign up, and it brings us to this URL over here called alt sign up. Now you could go ahead and fill in the full name, the email, the mobile, the password, the confirm password, and the create account as customer or vendor. Then we also have the captcha field to help secure your authentication systems. So over here, you can create an account as vendor or customer, and depending on whichever user you want to create an account as, either vendor or customer, will provision dashboards for you and also every other tool that you will be needing, whether you are a customer or you are a vendor. So this is something that I think we missed in the previous e-commerce tutorial that we made. Now let's go ahead and fill up this form. This extension that I'm using, will be using it throughout this tutorial. It's called Fake Filler. So go ahead and download it. It's a Chrome extension, Edge extension, or even Mozilla extension. It's called fake filler. Okay, now you can see it fills the name, it fills the email, the mobile. You didn't really get that, so let me change it to something that looks more realistic. And also it fills the password, the confirm password, and it chooses a vendor account for us. All right, so we can also choose this, change this to customer and mark. So you see, I just clicked on the captcha and it validates my captcha for me, and that is actually very, very nice. So yeah, that is it. Now the next thing we could do is go ahead and hit the sign up button over here, and I'm going to show you guys how the sign in and every other feature works in just a second. Just hold on. So can you see it says, hey, an account has been created successfully, and it logs us in. Now it's showing the sign outs, and basically you could go ahead and add to wish list now. So you click on this, see, item added to wish list. Click on this also, item added to wish list. So I think the reason why it's scrolling to the top is because we've got this hash appended to it at the end. Don't worry, immediately after this demo I'll go ahead and get rid of the hash and update the source code for you guys. So that is it. Can you see that it's now adding items to the wish list, and that is very, very nice. And also I think you can see that the wish list changes over here to 2 items. Okay, don't worry, you'll see how this works when we start demoing the customer dashboard. So with all this now, I will go ahead and sign out again to show you guys how the sign in works. So when you sign out, it says you have been logged out. It brings us to the sign in page where you could go ahead and punch in some informations, email address and password, and also validates the captcha. And then you could go ahead and log in, and it works perfectly well. You can see it says you are logged in. So I'll go ahead and sign out. Now this is showing up because the password that I'm using is testing321. So it's a password that's very, very insecure, and that's why it's showing that I should change up my password and things like that. Okay, so now in case you forgot your password or something happened, you can't remember how to log in, you could also go ahead and hit this button here, lost your password, which will then open up this page for us that should help you reset your password. So this text here says sign in instead of reset password. Don't worry, I'm going to change this up. Probably an oversight, that is why I didn't change it up, but the functionality is working perfectly well. So I'm going to come down here and put in my email. Let me put in this one, desphixs@gmail.com, and I will reset the password for this site by hitting reset password. Now it's gonna send me an email, and you can see it says check email, and we have sent you a new password reset email. And did you hear that notification that just came in right now? I think the email is now here. So all I'm going to do now is open up my email, and you guys will see how this works and how we change passwords. So there you go. You can see that over here we got this password reset email that says you're receiving this email because you requested to reset your password on this website domain here, and all we need to do is click on this. And in case we have forgotten our username, it's desphixs@gmail.com, and thanks for using our site, the fast cat team, something like that. Okay, so this template is fully customizable. You could go ahead, if you're good with HTML and CSS, you could go ahead and change this up, make it look nice. Also, if you're not good, I've already got some templates ready for you guys. You could just plug that in and they should look good. Okay, but based on the fact that it's something very simple, I just wanted to work with this. So I will click on this now and try changing up my password. There you go. So you can put a new password. Let me put testing3211 and testing3211, and I will go ahead and reset my password. So if for any reason it didn't go out well, or maybe you choose passwords that doesn't match, there are already checks to validate that. Now you can see it says password reset complete. Your password has been successfully reset. You can now log in with your new password. So click on the login, it opens it up on a new page. Now I will go ahead, check the captcha, and make sure to put in testing32 testing3211. Then I will hit sign in. All right, there you go. That is it for the authentication. You can see what we have. Now, as we go on, we'll start working with some other authentications, like adding social auths for Facebook, Google, GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. I'm going to add all of them so that you guys can then choose which one you want and which one you want to remove. Okay, so that's it. Now, the next thing that I'd say that we should look into will be okay, let's look at shop and every other thing, then we'll start checking out. Okay, so if you come over to shop, you can see that we have this very nice looking page. We have 16 products, still the same UI, but the different thing here is we've got this rating over here. So the very first thing now will be searching. If you start searching MacBook Pro, now I have made this in two ways. If you want to immediately filter items as you search, all you have to do is just change one line of code, which I'm going to show you guys. But now I've made it that as soon as you type this and click on this button, it's not going to reload, it's not going to do anything, but clicking on this button will immediately filter the item for you, okay, without reloading the page. Can you see that? Very, very nice. So I'm going to remove this and get back. So now you see it gets back all our other products for us. So the really interesting part about this filter is that you can filter by category, price, display, rating, sizes. But I think on oversight, I didn't change this to sizes, and colors. And you can also reset filter. So let's say I want to start with the first one, and gadgets over here, I've got 4 products, and I want to filter. Okay, let's say I want to filter by mobile. Now you can see that there you go, we've got a couple of mobile phones over here. And let's say I also want to filter by, let's say, tablets. You can see there you go, we've got 2 tablets. And now you can filter by highest to lowest price or lowest to highest price. So let's say I want to filter by lowest to highest price. You can see that this will switch it up, the lowest starting from the beginning and the highest coming over here, and same happens for the highest to lowest. So how about we do this with all the items? So you see lowest to highest, it filters it up. This is the item with the cheapest price in the store, and this is the item with the highest price in the store. So you can also choose how many products you want to show. Maybe you just want to show 1 product from the highest to the lowest, or maybe you want to show 2, or maybe you want to show 3, or maybe you want to show 40 products, 50 or 100. Now, I want you to know that all these are very scalable and dynamic, which means for you to change up this 100 products, you don't need to write any more complex code to do that. All you need to do is just add more items to this display over here. So you could just add in another one called 200 products, and immediately this button is going to show up and everything is going to show up. And as you click on it, it will only filter the first 200 products. I hope that makes sense. Now, another good thing that I like about this is that we also have rating. And in case you have not noticed, let me actually say this before you forget. Did you notice that this is a nested filter? Which means that if you click on highest to lowest, when you click on this other filter, it does not reset the initial filter to apply the new one. Rather, it applies it on top of the old one, which is a very efficient way of filtering items to persist what the user has initially selected. So this way will help the user narrow down what they are trying to search for. So let's say the user is searching products from highest to lowest, and they are searching let's say they are displaying only 3 products here. Let me work with that. And let's say they only want to display products that have 5-star. So now we should see the MacBook. See, there you go. Now we see the MacBook. Very, very good. And for now, there are no sizes. Sizes are for dresses and fashion. I just added it so that you can see how it works. Okay. And you can also narrow down by color. So if for any reason now we choose orange, now MacBook should be gone because we don't have any orange MacBook in store. Okay, now I will reset filter and show you guys how colors work. So from all this over here, as soon as you choose orange, you will then see an orange watch show up. So this item I've got orange attached to its variant. That is why you can see it show up as orange. If for any reason you choose pink, then you should see a pink tablet. There you go. And if you choose blue, then you should see a blue tablet. And if you choose blue, pink, and orange, you should see blue, pink, and orange. Very, very nice. Very, very good. And if for any reason you've chosen these 3 colors and you say, okay, I get only the items that have 2-star rating from all this, you should now show only the watch. So there are a lot more features that goes into this. There are a lot more things that went into this filtering, but basically this is what we have. And I believe that this is what you guys have asked me to implement. And I believe that this should actually fix your needs for you. So if for any reason there is something that you think we are missing, let me know in the comment section below. And I also create a feature form that should help us drop features and keep track of features that we have integrated as we continue in the project, so that we don't lag behind on features or miss them in the comments. Okay, so guys, that's pretty much it for the filtering, and I think it looks very good and it's working very well in my opinion. All right, and one thing I like about this is that the page doesn't even have to reload for all this to work, which makes it even more efficient and user friendly. All right, that is it for that one. Now I've showed you guys category. You can click on either of these to display its category. Vendors. Now this is for the vendor dashboard. I will show you guys this later. This is also for the customer dashboard. This is for pages like the blog, the about us, the contacts, privacy policy, frequently asked question. And just so you know, all these are working. Okay, all these are working. I'll show you guys this later. And finally, we can track order, which is something that a lot of you have actually requested in the previous e-commerce tutorial that have now been integrated. Very nice, very good. Track order using UPS, FedEx, DHL, GIG logistics for Africans and Nigerians. And don't worry, I'm going to show you guys how all that works. So when all this are done, the next thing that we could do is hop over to our carts, right? So if you don't have any item in your carts, it immediately does not allow you to access the cart. It says, hey, there are no items in the cart, add items to continue to the cart. Because if you're to think about it, there is nothing a user is going to the cart to do if they don't have an item in the cart. So that's why we stop them from going to the cart. Now, one thing I like about this cart page is that it's very, very efficient and it's user friendly. We don't have to work with a lot of page reloads for things to work, and it's very scalable. And you guys should know why I said it's very scalable when we start working with the tutorial and when we start building this out. So over here, you can see that we display the product's image, the product's name, the price, and the vendor that has this product. We also display the price of the product, how many of this we've got in the cart, and we also have the total amount or the subtotal of the quantity times the price. Now that's the same thing for all other items over here. One thing I like about this cart is that as soon as you click on this, see that spinning icon and it deletes the item. It doesn't even have to reload the page. Click on this also, and can you see that it also keeps track of the product count here when you delete. See, boom, there you go. You can also delete this and it should be gone. So that is it, looking very, very nice. And another thing that I like about this very much is the addresses. So based on your reviews, your comments, and your feature ideas, a lot of you, I would say over 80%, actually wanted users to have the opportunity to create an address on their dashboard, on their customer dashboard. And while they are on the cart, they should be able to actually select that address so that they don't have to type it in again, because that's something I noticed that we initially missed in the previous tutorial. We are allowing users to type in address every time. If you visit big or established e-commerce platforms like let's say Amazon or Jumia, I use Jumia a lot, you don't actually have to type out your address every time you want to check out. All you just need to do is select an address that you have initially created. So if for any reason we don't select this address, let me reload my cart so you see. So if for any reason a user don't select an address and they are proceeding to the checkout, the cart is going to yell at them and it's going to say something like, please select an address to continue. Can you see? So they need to select an address before they can proceed to checkout. So other things that I haven't shown you guys is that you can increase item quantity from here without needing to reload the page. Just click on this. See, it takes some time, like a second or so, processes all this in the back end, increase the quantity for a user, and it also is able to identify the user that owns which cart, and also this session persists across logout and login. Normally, you know, in Django, as soon as you log out, or I wouldn't even say in Django, I would say web in general, as soon as you log out, the normal behavior is to clear the session for you and start up a new session if you're going to do something else or login. But we are preserving just this cart over here across logouts and login. So log out how many times you want, log in how many times you want. This cart is going to remain for this user that is viewing this item. And one really nice thing about this cart is this. I will also be building a mobile app for this. By the way, I'm already starting to build the UI for the mobile app for this. And if we actually want to scale things and make things very scalable, the best thing to do for an e-commerce is to have a way to allow users view their carts on a PC, and also when they hop over to their mobile phone, if they log in, we also want them to be able to view their cart, which means a user can add items to cart from their PC. And let's say they now went to their sitting room or to the dining and they were like, oh, hold up, let me check out. They can as well pick up their phone, log into the platform and check out the same thing from their cart. So we are able to actually identify users' cart and persist it across multiple devices for that users, provided they logged in while trying to add items to cart. I hope this makes sense. All this I will show you guys how to do. Okay, so after this, you could also go ahead and click this to get down here. You could click it again. Nothing is going to happen because we don't actually go down more than one. So this is a security check that we have added. Now for the fun parts, let's proceed to checkout. So this is actually one of my most interesting parts in this e-commerce, because a lot of work actually went into this one. And from over here, you can see that we have the summary for the items, we have the total, and we have a lot of payment gateways here. So there were a lot of requests for different payment methods. Now it wouldn't really make sense that after getting all those requests and I just integrated only Stripe and PayPal, which is the most widely recognized payment gateway. That is why I took it a step further and integrated Paystack, Flutterwave, Mango Pay. Okay, Mango Pay for now, there are still a couple of issues that I am encountering with the customer service, but I'm going to talk about that. Then I integrated Razorpay, PayPal, and PayPal debit and credit card. And one nice thing about all this payment method is that all of this are actually integrated in a very secure way that you can use it for real projects. If a payment goes through on Stripe, yeah, Stripe is going to send us like a status of success and that's it. So we don't actually just rely on that message that Stripe gives us, that success message that Stripe gives us, as well as the success message that other payments gateway here gives us. Rather, we take it a step further and verify this payment on their site using a specific verification API that helps us know that each of these payments have gone through. And one other thing that happens here that you guys don't know is that we've got a couple of API. For example, we've got an API here that actually calculates exchange rates in real time every time we want to check out. So based on the fact that we have Razorpay here and the site here is in USD, as soon as you want to pay using Razorpay, it will automatically calculate the exchange rate for the current price for USD in rupees, and it will automatically help you change that, save it to the database, and you'll be able to use it to make payments here. And the same thing happens for Paystack and Flutterwave for Africans, mainly Nigerians, and Stripe over here works with the default USD, PayPal also the default USD, Mango Pay the default USD. So the issue that I had with Mango Pay is that I am still actually contacting customer service so that I will be able to get my API keys, plug them in and test the payments for you guys. So for now, I'm not still able to test the payments. This is something that as soon as I get the API keys, I'll plug it in and show you guys how this works. Now, one nice thing again that I like here is the coupons. Applying discounts and coupons is something that a lot of you have actually requested that we missed during the first version 1 of the e-commerce that we initially created. But now we have it over here. That's very nice. Let's go ahead and see how coupon works. I will open up my admin for now. I think I've forgotten the coupons that I created. Okay, that's not it. My admin is on fastcarts.railway.app. I'm opening it up on the local host, forgetting that I'm actually running this demo on fastcarts.up, the railway.app. So you guys can actually hop over to fastcarts.up, the railway.app. Maybe at the time of recording this video, or maybe at the time of you watching this video, this might not be up again. Maybe I have exhausted all the resources that I bought to host this, but it will be up for as much as I can leave it here so that you guys can also test it out. Okay, now I want to come over to the coupons admin. I wanted to keep the admin for the last part, but yeah, you guys have already seen it. It's well structured. I will also show you how it works. So this is a code here, coupon code that gives 30% off. Now I'm going to take this coupon code and get back here and put it down here and then hit this. So if for any reason this coupon code wasn't correct, I'm going to put in another number over there just to make it incorrect and hit this. Now see, it's reloading. Now if you say something like coupon doesn't exist, very nice. How about we then apply the coupon? like the one that isn't incorrect, you should now see it says coupon activated, and over here you can now see it says code 123 applied, and it shows the discounts that it gave us. So now a user might try to actually deceive the platform and maybe want to put in the same coupon twice. If such a thing happens, then we already have checks in place to say, hey, coupon is already activated. What are you trying to do? Okay, hopefully you get the idea. So that is it. You can also go ahead and update your cart if for any reason you have a change of mind. Let's say you are like, you know what, I actually need 2 of these Beats speakers, one for me and one for my sibling or one for my friend. Then you could go ahead and update this and change the quantity. Okay, now all these payment gateways here will actually take us a lot of time testing. Each of these are working. Let us start with Stripe. So you click on Stripe, you see processing, and let's just see how fast we can do this. Now you could pay with credit card or debit card, but I've already added my Stripe credits and debit card over here, so I don't need to pay with that again. I don't need to type it in manually again. I'm just gonna hit pay. So I canceled the payments and came back to the checkout page so that I can show you guys something that I missed so that I don't forget about it. Now you can see that we calculate the subtotal, the shipping, the tax. Now tax is calculated based on the country, and for this we have an API or a plugin that does this for us, that calculates this 514. Now I'm not trying to say that we actually have an external API that does this for us. We created our own custom tax calculation plugin that does this for us, so that we don't have to always go through the hassle of calculating tax for each checkout. Now all you just need to do is call the function, then this will automatically calculate it for us. Same goes for the exchange rates that I talked about initially. Then we have service fee over here, which is something that a lot of you have requested in the previous tutorials. Now this is a service fee that's applied based on whatever the order is. Now you could change this to whatever percent you want, and it will automatically calculate the service fee for you, the discount, and then finally we have the total. So again, let's pay with Stripe. I initially stopped I paused the video initially when we were making the payments, came back to the checkout so that I can show you guys what I just showed now. Now, one more time, I'm going to hit pay. Okay, there you go. Can you see it shows order completed? Your order, blah, 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 which is the order ID, has been completed. We have sent the order emails to you. Then we have this button over here for viewing orders. Now, one really fun thing about this is that I just received some notifications right now, and that is the email confirming the orders, which is something I think all e-commerce must have. It shouldn't miss that. So what we need to do now is open up my email, and I'll show you guys all the emails that I received right now, both as a vendor and as a customer that bought their own products, which really doesn't make sense. But I just did that so that you guys can see how the email is going to work. So the very first email that you can see over here is the new order. So this is the one that actually confirms the order for the buyer. Yeah, so you can see, thanks for partnering with Desphixs. Your order ID is this order ID here, and then they can see the products that they ordered, its subtotal, its quantity. They can then see subtotal, shipping, tax, and the total, and then they can see their buyer data over here and some text. So this is something I really value a lot, because I can't actually know how it's gonna feel if I bought something from Jumia and didn't receive a receipt. So that's why I went ahead and added this for you guys. Now, one other thing that made me like this, or made me want to send an order email to the user, was because based on the fact that we have a tracking feature, a user will always have to refer back to this order ID here and use it to track their order. Now, as a vendor, this is the email that you're going to receive. So you will receive a new sale email that notifies the vendor that, hey, vendor, a new order has now been made, so that they can actually start processing the order. Now, we show the vendor some information over here, but later on the information gets even well detailed when they view it from their dashboard. But for now, you can see we show them the products that was ordered, we show them the subtotal, and we'll show them the shipping fee. So I don't think it really makes sense to show the vendor some information like the service fee, the tax fee, and the total order fee, which is the total order amounts. We should just show them the informations that are related to their own vendor dashboard. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Then we also show them this quick bio data over here so that the vendor knows immediately where this item will be shipped to. In this case, 123 Main Street, Maitama, Abuja, Nigeria. Okay, so yep, that is it for the order. Now, do you see how this payment that we just made, and do you see how it all went? And we also cleared the cart. This is how it's going to happen for Paystack, Flutterwave, Razorpay, PayPal. Okay, same thing. I don't want to waste a lot of time on demoing all this, but let me demo one more. Let me demo the Razorpay for you guys. When you get the source code, you could go ahead and check all this out. It's working totally well. So I'm gonna get back to my shop and add some, let's say I'm gonna add this one to my cart. There you go, add that to cart. Then open up my cart, and if you want, you could increase this. If you don't, you could hit select address and proceed to checkout. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna show you guys how it all works with this. So if you click on Paystack, let me show you. Click on Paystack. Can you see? This loads up and it opens this up, and as soon as you hit this over here, then it's gonna make the payments for you guys. And when it makes the payment, it will redirect to the payment success page, just like you saw when we initially worked with the PayPal. Okay, so now we can see that this calculates 186 USD to 303,000 naira. So right now, I think the dollar rate is at 1,650 Nigerian naira per dollar. So now if you want to check that by 186.27 times, I think that's 1,660, right? It's about 309,000. That's if you're checking at 1,660. If you're checking at 1,630, it's gonna be almost equivalent to this. So you can see that our exchange rate is actually working perfectly well. So when you hit success and pay 303,000 naira, it will process the payment, validate the payment on Paystack, and return you to the success page and send the necessary emails. Okay, now I'm going to close this. Same thing happens with Flutterwave. When you click this, let me show you guys. So we open up the Flutterwave payments page, and there you go. So right now you can see the same 303,000 naira, but here it's showing that charge amount must not exceed 50,000 naira. So why is it showing that? Why is it showing this? That is because I'm still in test mode. Now let me return back to this place. And for Razorpay, as soon as you click on this, there you go, it opens up Razorpay, and same thing happens. You can put in your card, put in your, I think I have some test card. Let me see if this is gonna work. Let me open my test card here. I have this Razorpay test card, and also I'm gonna provide this for you guys for testing. So take this and then let's put it in here for the card. Put in any date in the future, put in any CVV, and then for the name on card, I'm just gonna say Destiny Franks, and then I will hit continue. Okay, I think it says we should enter a valid card number. I think we missed something with the card number. Let me open up the card number again and take this, put it down here. Good. So now let's continue. There you go, it's loading up the bank page. I'm gonna hit success so that you guys actually see. Okay, can you see confirming payments? This will only take a second, and there you go, payment successful. Now you can see over here, you can change up all this information, order, total, and will be redirected in 1 second. There you go, we are going now, and there you go, payments paid. I'm gonna also receive emails now. So that is pretty much it for the payments. You can see it's all working as expected. We also cleared cards. Now, just like I said, this is how PayPal is going to work. This is how Stripe, Flutterwave is going to work. And I'm also looking to integrate some more payments methods. So please let me know which one you're more interested in seeing. The ones on my list right now is CIM. I don't know if you've heard of that, CIM. And also Orange Pay is also on my list. Mango Pay is also on my list. And I think that should be it. Yep, that should be it. So let me know if there are any ones that I missed, and I will go ahead and integrate it and update the source code for you guys. Congratulations, we have successfully demoed everything on this page. Now let's go ahead and visit the customer page. So coming over to this dashboard is going to expose you to a new total UI that shows the total order, the total amounts this user have spent, and the total unread notification that they have. And over here, you can see that we have this order that displays the order ID. You could view order. You could also look at the order over here. Payment is paid. Status is pending, which is the shipping status. Now, as a customer, you can go ahead and view this order. Let me show you guys every other thing, then we'll view order and see how it works. So over here, we also have the same thing, exactly the same thing for the orders and wish lists. Quite explanatory. You can see the wish list over here. You could directly add to cart from here without having to visit these products before adding to cart. So this is a feature that I really like when it comes to wish list. You could also remove item from wish list and see item removed from wish list. You could also view addresses, which is actually one of the most requested features. Now, over here, you could update an address. You could create a new address. So let's say I want to create a new address and just fill this in and hit create address. Now, whenever you want to check out, you will be able to select which of these addresses you want to use. Okay. You can also edit an address. So you click on this. You can update the information on an address, and finally you could also delete an address. So click on this and address deleted. Very, very good. So with this now, we can also come over to profile. For some reason, I can actually see two addresses over here, which is something, I think this is an oversight. Don't worry, I'll fix this later. This is an oversight. As soon as I'm done with the tutorial, I'll just remove just one of this from the navigation bar. Now you can select a new image. Let's go with something new. So I think I have this avatar folder here that holds all my images. Now I'm going to choose one of these images and save changes. Actually, this is a very, very, very old image. I think I took this in 2019 or so. About five years ago or so. Yeah, so there you go. Images are working perfectly well. You could change full name. Emails cannot be changed for security reasons. Mobile can also be changed. And from here, you can also change password. So forgot password is different from changing password. If you feel like your account is compromised and you are still logged in, you can go ahead and change your password from here by putting in your old password, then putting in the new password and hit save new password. And this will actually change the password for you. Okay, now let me show you guys how the orders actually work. Now we will be starting with this first order here. I will view this order and you can then see the order page. So we show the order number, we show the item over here. This is the order summary, the dates that the order was made, the subtotal, the shipping, the tax, the total, and also we show the bio data. We also show the shipping details, and you can contact support if anything is going wrong, or if you don't understand something, or if you need help. Then you can view an order. So viewing order over here is particularly interesting because this is where you will now be able to track order. So for now, this item shipping status is still pending, which means it has not been shipped. That is why you can't actually see that any tracking ID has been added and no shipping services has been added yet. So for now, let us take a break on this one and hop over to the vendor dashboard. I will open up this vendor dashboard on a new tab here, and boom, there you go. So this is what we have. This vendor has 16 products, 8 orders. This vendor has made 13,061 USD in revenue. They have a total of 3.1 star rating. They also have 7 reviews and 5 unread notifications. Okay, so right now you can also see the analytics here. Now this is showing that they have made 19 sales only in the month of September. Now when we get to a new month in a couple of days and we make another sale, then you should see this now show a line bar. So for now it's not showing anything because obviously we are just in the same month, but you can see the line over here. This is where it started, and I hope this makes sense, guys. So the fact that it's not showing in the line doesn't mean that it's not working. It's working, but we don't have enough data to actually make it show the graph. Okay, and if for any reason you want this to show graph, then you need to manipulate it a little bit. And when I say manipulating, what I mean is that you will have to go into the orders and manually change their dates to some time in the past for you to be able to see this. But doing that might might actually reveal you to some errors that might end up breaking the program. So please don't do that. Just wait for the month to end in a couple of days. Make another test order, and you should see this will now show a line like this. In another new month, which is November, which is I think 2 months from now, make another order. You will see this will now show a line. So that's how it's going to be till we now have enough data to display this. I'm going to update this to show you guys how the chart is going to look in a couple of months. Okay. And from over here, we get the overview of our products. You can see these are the overview of the products. You can view products, edit and delete products, and see the images. Don't worry, we are coming back to that in a few seconds, and you guys will see how all this works. It's pretty cool, pretty nice. Skip products, skip create products, come over to orders. I'm going to show you guys how products work later on. So for orders, you can see we show the same way order over here, just like we show it to the customer. But the difference between the customer dashboard and the vendor dashboard is that when an order does not go through for a customer, we give them the opportunity to retry the payment. So instead of creating a totally new order for them and leaving many fields in your database blank and unpaid, it's better you give the customer the chance to retry the payment, so they can keep retrying the payments and retrying the payments till the payments goes through, instead of always creating new orders. Okay, so if I actually notice that there is a security flaw with this, I'm going to go ahead and remove the feature and update the source code. So click on this first order over here, and you see we show the vendor the same thing, but the only difference now is that when you click on this, okay, before I forget, you can also change the shipping status. But before you change the shipping status of this, let me show you. Come over to this, and now you can see this really nice feature here, where you can go ahead and change the shipping status from pending to shipped. That is, if you as a vendor has now shipped this item, then select a shipping service. Let's say you shipped it via DHL or UPS. Select any of this, and then when you have shipped this via UPS or DHL, you will be given a tracking ID. That tracking ID is what you want to put in here for the customer. I hope that makes sense. So just put it. This is all you need to do. You don't need to stress yourself again. All the whole backend logic has already been done. Everything has been completed. As a vendor, just go ahead and hit save shipping info, and item status has now been updated. So now if you get back to this order, you can also go ahead and mark this from pending to shipped. Okay, then save. Now you might be asking, what is the difference, Destiny? The difference is that this is the status for the overall order, whereas the last one that we changed was the status for just the item. So now that the order status has been updated, if the customer gets back here, reload their page, they can now see that, hey, there is now a new tracking ID and the shipping service is now UPS. Can you see? All this works perfectly well. Then as soon as you click on this tracking order, the button recognizes that the shipping service is UPS and the tracking ID is this. So I initially added this feature where you can actually click on this and it copies the tracking ID for you, and after some time it changes back. But I'll down the line, I noticed that this feature doesn't really make sense, since when you click on this, it automatically populates this for you. So the idea initially was when the user click on this, then they can take this and put it into the the box where they can track the order. But you don't really need to do that anymore. Just click on this and watch what happens. So it opens up UPS, opens up the tracking page, and it automatically searches for that order number. So can you see this number here is exactly what we have over here? Can you see? So it searches for this, and if any shipping information exists, you will see it. But based on the fact that nothing exists, you can see currently we are not able to provide the tracking details. We can't locate shipments. If you haven't received information of the shipper yet, if the packaging information is older than 120 days, blah, blah, blah. So that is because obviously this shipment ID doesn't exist. But yeah, you get the idea now. So the same thing happens for UPS. Let me show you guys. So this is a vendor, right? A vendor opens this and choose DHL, or rather I was supposed to say the same thing happens for DHL, not UPS. So DHL, and maybe they are changing the order ID to something, and save shipping info. Now if we get back to the customer page and reload this, let's see. You see, we changed this and it's now DHL, and as soon as you click on this, it knows that, hey, it's DHL that we click, that is now the order service. And can you see, it's put this down here for you. You don't even need to type that out yourself. All you just need to do is go ahead and click track. Please hold on, let me get rid of this cookie information. Okay, so go ahead and hit track, but based on the fact that this isn't a real order, it's not going to show up. Okay, well, yeah, that is it for the tracking of the order. It's really cool. It's a feature that I really like. Okay, and at the end of the day, you guys will actually know how this works and how to integrate tracking into whatever project you are building. Okay, now we also have the coupons. So this is quite explanatory. You can create a new coupon, you can edit a coupon, you can see the coupon discounts. So you can add a new coupon from here. So let's say I want to add a new coupon, Desphixs. So Desphixs is the coupon that you use to get, let's say 10% off. And then we could go ahead and create this coupon. There you go, coupon created for Desphixs. Now we are not able to update this discount. That is because if you're giving this coupon to a particular user and that user has used this coupon and all of a sudden you just updated the discount to 10%, I think in my opinion, I think it's going to be unfair for every other user that you have given the coupon and promised that this coupon is going to give them 10% off. Okay, so that is why if for any reason you don't want to use this coupon again, totally delete it, then create a new one. Okay, so all I can allow you to edit over here is just the code. Now, I just want you guys to know that if you want to edit the discount, I have already made provisions for it. So all you need to do is uncomment the codes that I have commented out for the discount. And you should also be able to update the discount. Then when you update the discount, click on the save button here. You will then go ahead and save the new discount. And guess what? You can also delete discounts. So you click on this, then you go ahead and delete coupon discount or coupon code, not discount. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Now we also have reviews here, and I also really like reviews because you can filter reviews by how many rating you want and maybe newest to oldest, and hit this, and there you go, that filters the reviews only by the 3-star rating. And then you can go ahead and update review. So you can say this user said this, you can update the reply for them, and there you go, reply has now been added for that review. See, nice, very good. So that is one thing I like about review. And one more thing that I think I missed to show you guys is that paginations are working here perfectly well. When I say perfectly well, I mean for every item. For the reviews, you can see paginations here. It's 10 items per each page. You can change this up if you want, but I added it as 10 items per each page. As soon as we exceed 10 items per page, you can now see number 2 over here, and this next button gets activated. And when you are in the number 2 page, the next get disabled and the previous gets activated. So it's a simple function that is helping us add this pagination, which means you don't have to keep rewriting the code every time. Just call one paginate function that we wrote. It wasn't given to us by Django or by an external API. We wrote that ourselves in this tutorial, and I'm going to show you guys how to do the same thing. So after here, we also have notifications. You can mark notifications as seen, so you can see the pagination again for notification. Mark this as seen, and that should be gone. See, notification marked as seen. Now we only have 4 unread notifications. And same as customer, you can also update your profile. Choose an image, choose a name, update your mobile, or you could change your password. Now let me show you guys how products work, because that's one of the most interesting and most requested thing that I got. So over here, I've showed you guys this before. You can see the pagination. Oh yeah, this one is working. So when you go to the next page, can you see now it displays the next page, and now this button is disabled, whereas this one is activated. So you could go to the previous page, and there you go, we are now back here. So you could see a product, you could delete a product, you could also update a product. Okay, so let's say I want to delete the bid bots. I will go ahead and hit this, and it processes it in the back end, removes all its variants, all its images, all its specifications, and deletes the products and shows products deleted. Very good. So one other nice thing is creating products. I really like this one because it's very nice. So you could go ahead and choose a file over here. You could either choose, you could drag and drop. It's up to you how you want to do that. But let's say I want to choose one. Let me look for an image that I could use over here. I don't know. Let me see, how big is this one? This is 567 MB. Let me go with this one. I think this is Sasuke, right? So I'm gonna go with this one. And for the title, I'm gonna say maybe Sasuke action figure. Yeah, I know. And can you guys see that as soon as we selected the image, we preview it? So this is a feature that e-commerce platforms actually really need for things like thumbnails, so that you actually see what image you're working on before you even upload it. Okay, now I'm going to choose this. I'm going to choose a category that doesn't really make sense for this one, but for now, please, let's work with that, which is gadget. Then after that, I'm going to put a product description here. This is just a product description. Then after that, I'll put a regular price, which is this, and a sale price, maybe 20. I just noticed that I missed something now. I didn't show you guys how the product detail page work. I'm going to show that, okay? So shipping fee, you can put, let's say 3 USD is what it's going to cost to ship this. And we have 12 items in stock. Then continue. So when you hit continue, we process this first batch of information that you just added now, and we get back to this page where you can then add variants and images. So you could click on this, then add a color. So color over here, let's say purple, and over here also I'm gonna go with purple. You can also add another one, let's say yellow, and we'll go with yellow. If you want, you could even go ahead, add another one, green. Then over here we go with green, and then you could add another variant for size, and you could say XSL, XXL, and the description you could say S. And for the description, if you don't want to put S, you could say small size. Now it's up to you what you want to put over here. This is just the title and the description. Okay, so I'm just repeating the same thing just to show you guys how it works. Now you can add as much variants as you want. See, you can add as much as you want. There are no limits to this, and that's one thing that I actually really like about this, which a lot of you requested. You can also remove variants from here, you see, and it works perfectly well without reloading the page. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys when we save this. And let's also choose some image for the product, which is like the product image you get. So let's say I want to go with this one. How big is this file? 730 kilobytes. How big is this one? Okay, you know why I'm checking the size? It's because the wallpapers that I use actually have very large sizes, so I want to make sure that I'm not uploading something really large to the server. Then after you've done all this, save the changes, and let's see. So it's uploading the images now, and there you go. So product has now been updated. So now can you see that our variants remain? Color, you can see green, yellow, purple. You can also see size, this. Now this is a feature that was the most requested, and that is because Django admin gives us the opportunity to do something like this. But you know what Django admin does not give us the opportunity to do? It doesn't give us the opportunity to add nested variants just like we did. So I wanted to make sure that by the time we are done with this, we won't have to get back here to work on anything else. So that is why I initially added a variant. And as I continued building the application, I was like, if I go ahead and add a nested variant, I think it's going to make it more detailed for everyone. So that is why I even added a nested variant, which is a variant inside another variant. Now, if you want to take things a step forward and get a little bit crazy with this, you can actually add a nested variant into the nested variant that is in the variant. But this one is already complicated, so that is why I just stick with only a variant and a nested variant. Okay, then you can also see the images. Pretty good, pretty nice. So one thing I like about this is that to remove an image, you don't need to do anything much. Just click on this. It's not going to reload the page. It's not going to do anything. It's just delete the image, and you can see product image deleted. You can also remove this one also, and you can see product image deleted. Good. And when you reload this page, your images has been removed. It's going to remain the same way it is. And also to delete variant item, just click on this. See, variant item deleted. You could also remove a color. Click on this, and you can see variant item deleted. You can also remove a whole variant. And removing a whole variant means that you remove all the whole items that are in that variant, both its variant item and its size. And you can do that by clicking on that. Good. So one thing that I want to add is the size. Please excuse me while I add that back. I know I just deleted it, but just to show you guys an example. And I'm going to add another one. I'm going to say SM and SM. Even if it doesn't really mean anything, I just want to use it for testing. Okay. So after we have done this, now let's go ahead and what else do I have here? I believe that's all. Let me go ahead and show you guys how I want to hop over to my homepage. I want to show you guys how the product detail works. So I was supposed to show the product detail when we started, but I guess I missed that. So let me show you guys. Clicking on this will reveal the almighty product detail page. There you go. So can you see we have this feature that helps you zoom into products? Very, very nice. So you can see we can do this, and also if you click on it, we have this nice light box that then previews the image in full. You can also view the other images from over here, which is something I think you guys would really like when it comes to an e-commerce. You can also click on this to view the other image. See, very, very nice. You click on this, it knows which one you clicked on, and it opens this up for you. Then you can see the category, the name, how many reviews it has, its old price, its selling price. You can also see if it's in stock or not, a short description, and the colors that we initially added. So if for any reason you don't add any color specification, no colors will show up here. Okay, now you can go ahead and choose colors. Let's say you want to choose this, and for size you want to choose this. You can also choose how many items you want to add to the cart. Let's say 5. Then you can add item to cart. There you go. Item added to cart. Perfectly well. So that is it, guys. And one more thing that I really like was the related products. Now, this item here is in the category gadgets. The related products all have the category gadgets, which is something that is pretty cool. That means we actually show the user items that are related to the one that they are trying to order to help us increase conversion. Okay, and we can also see additional information. This is where specifications will be showed, and every other information that you want to add. And this is also where reviews will be showed. So for now, we don't have any review. Let me show you guys how reviews work. So if you're clicking on an item that have got some rating, let's say this one here. If you come over to its products, you can see its product detail. You can see this. You can also see this. There you go. Can you see? And then you could come over to its reviews, and you can see this is its review. Nice product with a 5-star rating, and this item was actually reviewed yesterday. So looking at this, I think we are pretty much done. Just one thing I want to show you guys is this. Take this order number and let's track this item. So you click on the track order over here, and all you need to do is add in a tracking ID or add in an item ID. So remember the email that we got that gave us this order ID here. You could take that order ID and basically put it in here and track the order. What you need to do is grab an item ID and fix it in here. If you try putting in something that doesn't exist, you should see order not found. There you go. But if you put in something that does exist, you should then see the order show up. Oh, there you go. Now this one, no tracking has been added yet. So obviously this user will have to, or this customer will have to check back later to see when this has been added, or they receive an email or an in-app notification. So guys, I think that is pretty much it. Everything is in place. Let's look at the blog page. Now this is what we have. Very basic, very simple, just for you to be able to share information with your users and your customer base. And you could click on this. We open up the blog information. You could read more, dates, author, likes. You could read, you could also drop comments and see comments over here. So that's very simple, very basic. Now we also have the About Us page. There you go. See, you could change this to talk about you. And we also have the Contact Us page, the contacts page, the frequently asked questions. Let me show you guys all this so that you see. I'm opening them up on new tabs. So this is the terms and condition. This is the Contact Us page. You can see, you could put in your name, email, subject, write a message, and see how it gets sent. Let me show you this. So put all this in and hit send message, and you should now see message sent successfully. So this should now be in the admin. Let me show you. So when you get back here, you should now see new contact message that was created today. Now that is it. Also for the privacy policy and the frequently asked questions. So guys, I think that is basically it. That is pretty much it. If there is something that I have missed that I did not demo, then I will have to get back here, update the video for you guys and show you guys what it is that I haven't done. But for now, I think that is pretty much it. Everything is working perfectly well as expected. Let me know the features that you're still interested in seeing. And just so you know, I am very aware that vendor payout is something that an e-commerce should have, and I am working on that. And in the nearest future, I will update the tutorial to actually contain that. Okay, so that is it. That is pretty much it. If there's something else that you want me to know, we could discuss in the comment section. You can also shoot a mail to desphixs@gmail.com, and I'll be highly happy to help you out. And also, before I end off the video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to get the source code, download it, and pretty much everything that you need to know about it. That will be coming up in the next video. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something new. I'll be waiting for you in the next video. Until then, mad love, peace out. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video in the e-commerce tutorial. And in this one, I'll be going over everything you need to know about the source code, how to get it, some questions that you've initially had that I'll be answering, and basically how to install the source code, set it up, and also show you guys some setup guides in case you're interested in hosting it on AWS, Railway, Heroku, how to provision database and all that. I'll show you guys setup guides for that. Okay, so one of the most asked question that I got initially for the previous tutorial was, why make the templates paid? So why am I actually putting a fee on the templates? Now, I totally understand where you guys are coming from. So I've spent over 36 hours creating this tutorial for you guys here on YouTube, and this should help everyone learn step by step at no cost. So just so you know, the tutorial is free. It's not on Udemy. You don't have to pay anything for it. I'll be releasing the videos here on YouTube and you can follow them. Now, the source code represents the final product of that work, which is something that can save some people a lot of time and effort. And while the content is free, creating and maintaining high quality source code, answering questions, and updating everything takes significant time and resources. And right now, selling the source code allows me to continue making free tutorials, offer even more in-depth content, and improve the overall quality of the project. So in a second, I will go ahead and talk about how you can actually get the source code, both for those that are just looking to follow along and learn, and for those that are looking to use this for a business or school or projects or some personal use. And I just want you guys to know that I really appreciate the support from each and every one of you. Whether you're following the free tutorial or purchasing the source code, I highly appreciate your support, and your support helps me keep improving and providing valuable content for everyone in this community. Thank you all for your support and your kind gestures, because it really does mean a lot to me. Without you all, I'm very sure I won't be making all this, so I highly appreciate that. Now, I've just got two packages for the source code for you, which is the raw template and the combination. Very simple and straightforward. If you're looking for the raw template, it's pretty much the package that is for the people who are primarily interested in learning through the tutorial. So maybe you're not interested in using it for a business or for a client or for a project or whatever. You're just looking to use it to learn. And just like you see, I have this over here, which says that this package is for people who are primarily interested in learning through the tutorial. You'll get all the materials and raw templates, but not the completed source code. This is perfect if you're focused on understanding how to build the project step by step. And just so you know, you'll also receive all other future updates for totally free. You don't have to pay anything. Those that initially have other source codes that we have knows about this. Whenever there is a new update, you check into the drive, you'll be able to download all new updates. And don't worry, I'll show you guys how to also track updates now. So just so you know, you will also get free updates. Just like I said that I'm adding payout features, I'm adding this feature, that feature. You don't have to get any of that again. As soon as you get this, it's a one-time payment. You don't have to be on a subscription on anything. You get the source code, and that is pretty much it. So if you're interested in getting this through Patreon, that means you can pay with your PayPal or your credit or debit card. Then you can click on this. If you're interested in paying just with your credit or debit card, but with different currencies, depending on whatever country you are in, then you could click on this. So I don't want to get you confused, okay? Either of this is going to work for you, not the two of them. So if you're going to use this, it's totally okay. You can leave this out. If you're going to use this one, it's totally okay. You can leave this out. It's just different payment methods to make it easier for everyone. Now, we also have the combination, which is the raw and the completed source code, which is, I think, will be the most popular for everyone here. And this bundle includes both the learning material and the finished projects. So the finished project that I just demoed for you right now will be included here. And you also get the raw template. So this is perfect for those who want to follow along with the tutorial and also have access to the completed source code. And just so you know, you also receive all future updates for free, even years from now. So if you're looking to build an application for a client, or if you're looking to start up a business, or if you're looking to use it for a school project, I think this is the best one for you. Even if you're gonna get this one, I think sometime in the future you might want to make references or use it sometime in the future. So I think for now you should get this. I hope this is very clear. I hope this is very understandable. And if there is something that you don't understand, please let me know in the comment section below. If you have any inquiry about the templates, shoot a private mail to desphixs@gmail.com and we will be very happy to help you. So that is it. You could click on this to go from Patreon. You could click on this for seller. And if you're interested in getting the combination, which is the both, the raw and the completed, you could click on this for Patreon, and you can also click on this for seller. So if there's any question, if there is any issue, just like I've stated, you could shoot me a mail or you could drop it in the comment section and I'll be very happy to help you. So after getting the source code, now I want you to know that what you will receive is a PDF file. Now, a lot of people might actually think that receiving a PDF file means that they didn't get what they paid for. Nope. That's not going to happen when you're getting it with me. Nope. You're going to get what you paid for in full and exactly the way you paid for it. Now, as soon as the payment has been made, this is what you will receive. You will receive a PDF that's going to have this text file here. So I want you to open up this document file and you can see it says, thanks for getting the source code. Use this link below to download it from the drive storage. So all you need to do is click on this link. Do you see this link here? Just click on it, and clicking on it is going to take you to the drive page, which is this one here. So when you get to this page, as of the time of recording this video, I only have the ER diagrams, the raw templates, the setup guides, and this text over here for downloading the source code, and also this. So right now I have also added more to it. I have added this one for the source code tracker, but don't worry, I'll show you guys how that works. So after clicking on that link from the text document, it will bring you over to this page. And now bringing you over to this page will now give you access to everything about the source code. If you got the complete package, then you will also have this completed source code here. But if you didn't get the complete package, this one will be missing for you. Okay. So all you need to do is download this one, which is the FastCat e-commerce source code zip. You could either download this or you could download the whole file over here from your Google Drive. Just so you know, we are storing this in Google Drive, so it's easier for everyone to download it. Okay, in the future, if I have actually built a custom system for doing this, then I might store it on my own personal drive so that you can hop over to desphixs.io or some websites and download it from there securely. But for now, I think Google Drive is the best option for everyone because you can easily download, you can easily track, we could easily update it for you, and yeah, that is it. So after you've gotten that, let me show you guys this before we start setting up the source code. There is another file that will be called FastCat source code update tracker. Now I want you to use this page to keep track of source code updates, and I would highly recommend that you check in every week to see if there are new updates. In the future, I am building a system that when you get a source code, if there is an update, we'll send you an email and notify you that, hey, there is a new update for version 1.3 or version 1.4, and we'll tell you what we fixed and what we updated, so you will know if this aligns with you. Then you can update your own source code. So this is something that I'm gonna build in the future to make it easier for us to actually keep track of source codes. But for now, this is what we have. Okay, just a text document that I'm going to provide for you guys, share this with you. You can always check back here and look at what we have. So just today, version 1.0 has been released, and these are the major things that I just did today. We're going to add more things to it. So as soon as there is a new update to this, a new major update, let's say maybe update number 2, and this is going to be something like maybe payouts methods added, then I'm going to put this for you guys, put the date when that was made, and go ahead and update the source code for you guys in the drive so that you can get it. Now, the only thing that I'm going to do in the future, in the nearest future, will be to have a feature that should send you a private email notifying you that there is a new feature. Okay, so if there is something that you don't understand, I'll be readily available in the comment section. My email is also open, and also I'll give you my WhatsApp number so you can chat me up. It's let me write it down here so you can see. It's +234 7040 747760. So in case you want to contact me directly on WhatsApp, this is my WhatsApp number. You can contact that. In case you want to contact me through email, this is my email here, desphixs@gmail.com. And I've actually received a lot of messages on my Instagram. I'm actually not very active on Instagram, so I might take a couple of days to reply you, but I'm very active. My mail is very active, my WhatsApp is very active. And another thing that I would highly recommend is that you join our Discord. So in our Discord, we've got a lot of channels that should help you settle issues quickly and fast. So joining our Discord is going to make it very easy to keep track of updates also, because I'm going to be putting all this down in the Discord server. So you don't even need to open this up. As soon as there is a new update, you receive a notification for that. So please, the Discord link will be in the description below. You could use that to join in and follow up with whatever that we are doing there. Okay. And if there is any need for Telegram, then I'm going to create that. But for now, I don't really have much need for that. So let's just work with WhatsApp, email, and also the Discord. All right. So this is for keeping track of the source code, and hopefully you understand how it works. Now, after you have successfully downloaded the source code, you should have something that looks like this. So FastCat e-commerce 2024 with some date and all that. I'm going to drag this and put it on my desktop. So let me get back to my desktop, and I'm going to put it here. I know my desktop is a little bit not arranged right now. I think I just deleted what I brought in. Okay, this is it here. So I'm going to open this up again, and what I've just done now is extract the files that I downloaded from Google Drive. So this is the same thing I expect you to do. Extract the files that you have downloaded from Google Drives. Okay. Now, another thing that I will want you to do is, this is the setup guide. So you could open up each of the setup guide to see how to go along with the project. Now, this one is going to help you host or run the application locally. This one is going to help you provision a database on Railway. This one is going to help you host static or media files on S3, and this is also going to help you host on Railway. So guys, when you open up this file that is called Run Projects Locally, you can open it up with Visual Studio Code or your Notepad, but I prefer to open it up using a markdown called jumpshare.com, so that you can actually see it show up the formatting and everything that I've added over there. Now, this is a detailed step-by-step guide to run a Django project. The very first thing I want you to do is install dependencies. So before proceeding, ensure you have Python and pip installed. Okay, and you also need a virtual environment. Now you need to verify your Python installation by running this command in your terminal. So let's start doing this. I will open up my command prompt. So I've opened up my command prompt, and to confirm if I have Python installed, you need to run Python in your case, but for me, I need to run py, and you can see I'm running Python 3.11.5. That is the global Python version that's installed on my system, but I think I'm using some other version for projects. Now, after confirming that Python is installed, if it's not, if you see something like this, then that means you need to download Python, which means you need to hop over to the Python official documentation and download Python from there, install its executable file, and you should be able to continue. Okay, so now after you have done this, we need to go ahead and install virtual environment. That is if you don't have it installed already, but left to me, I already have it installed. So you could go ahead and install it using pip install virtual environment. Just copy this and come over to you could open up your command prompt and run this. I already have it, so I don't need to run this anymore. Okay. And also I'm going to show you guys another way of creating virtual environments without using this virtual environment package. So after you guys have done that, then you need to go ahead and unzip the file. We have already unzipped it, but in case you want to unzip the file using command prompts, this is how to do it, but you can skip this part. Okay. Now this is where we can then start from. So open up your, let me close this up, and I want to open up that source code. Let's get back to my desktop, open this up, and this is the full source code, right? I'm going to take this full source code and put it in this directory here.
2,000 years later.
So you can see it's saying that the destination already has 5 files with the same name. Click on let me decide and see. It should be init files. See, init py, init py, init py. You could just go ahead and cancel and replace files with the ones that we have currently in destination. So where was I with the recap? Now, after you have downloaded the source code, you should be able to see something that looks like this. See, something that looks like this. Now, what we did is extract this one onto the desktop, which now gives us this one, and opening up this one then reveals every other thing here. Then we needed to extract the second one, which is this, which is the main source code itself. But if you're not getting the main source code, you should not be able to see this. Okay, just forget about it. So you won't see this. You're already good to go. All you need to do is continue with the main templates here, which I'll show you guys later. So we extracted the first one, which is this. Now you could go ahead and delete this. Delete the zip. We don't really need it anymore. Then now you can open up this one, and you see this whole code here is the main code that we will be using. I want you to go ahead and open it up in your Visual Studio Code, and you can maximize this. And let me also zoom in so everyone see what's going on. So now the very first thing that I want to do will be to go ahead and install virtual environment over here. So how do we do that? So you can say py-m venv. So python-m creates a virtual environment with the name of virtual environment. Python-m is pretty much the initialization. venv here means that we want to create a virtual environment. This or other venv here is the name of the virtual environment. Just so you know, you could call it whatever you want, but just to stick to the naming convention, I called it venv. Now hit enter on your keyboard and allow this to create this virtual environment for you. It says we noticed a new environment has been created. You want to select it for your workspace folder? Yes, we want to do, but don't click on that. Close that out. We will do that using the terminal. So give this some time to create the virtual environment for you, and after that we should continue. Okay, you can see that it's broke out of the server or the terminal, which means it has been created. We need to activate it by running venv/scripts/activate. And as soon as you see venv wrapped in a bracket over here, it means you have successfully downloaded, installed, and activated virtual environments. In case I'm talking too fast for you, please, you can still refer to the step-by-step guide here and use it. So right now, you can see that this is where we are. We have activated the virtual environment. Now we need to go ahead and install dependencies. To install dependencies, it's quite simple and easy. All you need to do is copy this code here, which is pip install -r requirements txt. Now you will already see that I have provided the, let me open this. You will already see that I have provided the requirements txt for you, which is all the packages that was used to build this project. So you don't need to do anything to it. You don't need to update. You don't need to do anything. Just come over to your terminal and paste this code called pip install -r requirements.txt. Make sure that your virtual environment is activated before you do this. Then go ahead and hit enter. And this is gonna pretty much install all the packages that we've used to this virtual environment. And do you know why it's nice to use virtual environments? As of the time of recording this video, it's 2024, right? So let's say as of the time you're watching this video, it's 2027 or 2028, and there have been multiple versions of Python and Django that have been released. And for some reason, this old versions that were used in 2024, which is about 3 years ago, don't work anymore. But those projects heavily relies on them. Using virtual environments will pretty much give you the opportunity to still run those projects perfectly well using those versions that were used in 2024. I don't know if this makes sense. That is why it makes sense to use virtual environments for all your projects. And I'll be showing you guys or talking more about virtual environments as we continue with this tutorial. So let's give this some time to install and do it then.
6.5 hours later.
Alright guys, there you go. All the packages have now been successfully installed. So let's get back to our step-by-step guide. Now, when everything is already done, it's saying over here that you should set up database, but don't worry about that. You don't need to do that. All you now need to do is set up environment variables, because environment variables, I think they are something that actually is a very big roadblock for most of us here. When we encounter an environment variable, or most of the time, if you're getting a source code, they don't even provide what environment variables that you need. But over here, you can see I have this env template for you guys, which pretty much in-depthly shows you everything that you need for an environment variable. So you need stripe public and secret key. Now, starting from here, you can see that it says we should change the name of the file from env templates to env. So please don't forget that. Change it from env templates to env. Now, the first thing you need to do is go ahead, get your stripe public and secret key. And you can see that here, I have also provided documentations for you guys where you could get the keys from. So reading this is going to provide you the step-by-step guide on how to get the key for Stripe and public key, for Stripe secret and public key, and also within PayPal client ID and secret key. And reading those two documents here should actually help you get your PayPal client ID and secret key. Same goes for Flutterwave, same goes for Paystack, same goes for Razorpay, same goes for Mailgun. You can see that Mailgun I've got 3 here. That is because getting Mailgun secret key is something that a lot of you have actually encountered errors with. So please make sure to actually read through this. And when we start off with the tutorial, I will also show you guys in video how to do this. Okay? And then you also need to enter your verified Mailgun emails here. Then those verified Mailgun emails, you need to enter them here. Okay, those emails, you enter them here. That is after entering your keys over here. So most of the time, the email that you used when you signed up in Mailgun should be the email that you put over here. But also, please make sure to read this so you know how to authorize emails that can be used for sending and also receiving. Okay, and after you've done that, finally for the Django reCAPTCHA, to get your keys, you need to get them from this website over here. Now, all these are things that I will also show you when we start off with the tutorial. I just did all this here for people that don't have time to take the tutorial, that are just in need of the source code. Okay, so that is why I have listed all this down here for you. You go through them, pick the secret key that you want, and you plug them in, and that should work perfectly well for you. All right, so after you have done that, that's everything that you need to do. Now you could go ahead and run py manage.py. You can run make migrations and migrate. Let me run make migrations. For now, I don't actually think it should show anything because, okay, yeah, I think there was a migration that needs to be made to our payment. But maybe you, at the time of running this command, you might not see this. That is because I must have migrated this for you in the updated source code. Okay, so in case you don't see this, don't freak out. Don't think that it's not working. For you not to even see this means that it's working well. Okay. And after you have done that, go ahead and also run python manage.py migrate, and now we should get this. So please forget about this python.env that you're seeing over here. Okay, just forget it. This is an error that I should get just for myself. Okay, and there you go. We have applied the migrate here. Now you can now go ahead and run python manage.py run server. So once the server gets up and running, just like it is now, you see no errors, no bugs, everything is clean, everything is working perfectly well. What I want you to do is break out from the server by hitting Ctrl+C, and I want you to run python manage.py create super user. So this is how you will be able to create the user that you will be using to log into your admin site. Now put in an email. I'm going to say test@gmail.com. let me say test2@gmail.com. I think I already have test1 in my database. Then for the username, I'm going to say testing. For the password, I'm going to say testing321, testing321. And as you can see, it says password is still similar to username. So please make sure to change this before you go to production. And then I will go ahead and hit yes. So you should still accept that even though it's the same, but make sure to change that before you go to production. Then I'm going to hit pi manage py run server so that I can spin up a new server. Oh, there you go. Let me make sure that I don't have any other Django server running so that we can view this without causing an issue. There you go. I don't have any Django server running. So hold down Control on your keyboard and click on this link over here, or you could copy this and paste it on your browser. And clicking on that link, you see all that's loading. It means that the link is actually working. So you open this up, and what do you see? We still have the same site that I just showed you guys right now that we demoed on Railway. Can you see it's now coming in here? Now you have everything. You can even add to cart and see added to cart, added to cart. You could come over to your cart immediately. You could start removing items from carts immediately. You could come to your home. You could come over to your wish list. You could start removing items from your wish list. You could come over to orders. Everything is working perfectly well. Track order is working. The blog all working. Customer dashboard working. The filtering, see, it's all working as expected, just like you saw initially. It's all working. You can also reset. You could filter by color. Orange, pink, blue. There you go. We get this. So you get the idea. That is it. Everything is working perfectly well. You can sign up, you can sign in, you can forget your password, you can reset the password, you could do a lot of things. Basically all the whole things that I showed you guys in the demo. Okay. Now, one important thing is making sure to always check back to the setup guides, because we just have 4 now, but in the future we'll have multiple ones to make sure that to help you run the projects very well. So if for any reason you want to host on Railway, open this up and follow the step-by-step guide to run that host that on Railway. You can see how detailed this one is. You can see how detailed I made it for you guys. Step 1, step 2, step 4, step 5, step 6, and with the code that you need to run and everything that you need to do. Just a step-by-step guide to help you actually do this without causing you too much headache or issues. I hope this makes sense, guys. So yeah, that is pretty much it. If there is something that you want, if there is something that you don't understand, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be able to help you. You can also shoot a mail to desphixs@gmail.com and I will also be there to help you. And you can also join our Discord server, and you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And just so you guys know, I am actually looking to start rolling out videos where we can actually talk about other things other than hands-on programming, other than raw coding, just like we've been doing. Perhaps we could talk about things like the job markets for developers in 2024, or how is the economy going with job markets, how to land new jobs, things that you need to learn to be able to get a new job, how to become a better developer, how to stay motivated, you know, things like that doesn't have to do with coding. So if these are videos that you're interested in seeing, for me to share my experience with you guys and everything that I've learned over the years, then please let me know in the comment section below. Then I will definitely start making this video for you guys. I hope this makes sense. I hope everything is clear for you. And just like I've initially stated, getting the source code really helps me actually continue making this for you guys. And don't worry, in the future, when I get a better high-paying job, I will make sure to remove all the fees from everything that I've got, and you will be able to access them and learn for totally free. Okay, so please, that is something I'm going to do. But for now, getting the source code really helps me make this tutorial for you guys. I just hope you understand. And if there is any query that you have, if there is any issue that you have, let me know in the comment section, or you could shoot me a mail and I'll be very happy to help you. I'm very excited to start this tutorial. I hope you are too. And in the next video, we'll get started setting up our project. Hopefully by then, you must have already had the source code, installed it, set up everything. Then we can continue from there. That is it. I hope to see you in the next video. And until then, mad love. Peace out. The software I'm building will help us improve our programming and development. It will feature a step-by-step tutorials with detailed explanation. images and diagrams, and in some cases, animations. It will also have an interactive Q&A feature where you can answer questions and evaluate your skills in various topics ranging from Python, C++, Django, HTML, CSS, data structures and algorithm, mathematics, and many more. Additionally, there will be a coding challenge feature where you can submit tasks and receive constructive feedback and grades to help you improve. We'll also have a learning streak feature to help you stay consistent and a structured learning path to guide you from foundational concepts to advanced topic. For example, you can choose from hundreds of step-by-step tutorials, hundreds of practice tests and coding challenges. Then from each of this section, pick a topic that interests you, create a personalized learning path and follow it at your own pace. That will just be awesome and it will help you learn even faster. If these features interest you, please let me know. Your inputs, feedback and advice are invaluable as I build this tool for everyone. And if you'd like to help test the system and also be the first to know when it launches, head over to desphixs.io and leave your email alongside with any comments or feedback that you have concerning this tool. You'll be the first to know when it's ready for testing and live. I'm very excited to start this e-commerce tutorial and I hope you are too. All the links for everything I've mentioned in this video are in the description below, so be sure to check them out. And until the next time, mad love, peace out.